So I got asked what I think about these NFL players doing the Trump dance, and then I'm thinking about Colin Kaepernick because Kaepernick they still got logos and signs that they still haven't overcome. So what do I think? They tell you not to make it political, but they do when they want to. That's control. That's the mind jetter. That's how it is. Kaepernick was actually a player. He got whiteballed by the NFL because he took a stance against police brutality, which had nothing to do with the military. It had nothing to do with what they were trying to say. They are a corporate institution that uses logos and decals and things to sell the game, but it doesn't have any merit if you are exactly where you are. But see, it has been used as a means. Used to be a time when players would ever say whatever their party affiliation, but they didn't make a big deal about it. But now it's thrown down your face, thrown in your face. I don't think Kaepernick threw anything down anyone's face. I think that he obviously was part of something that was happening right before the eyes of what was happening. They bring black players from inner cities through colleges, from high school, Pop Warner, etc. And the environments, and when they go to recruit, there is no make believe. There is no uh fake fanery world. This is real that goes on, you see. And dealing with police harassment, brutality, all the way goes into the NFL. We're not gonna act like we didn't see that whole thing with Tyreek Hill to start this season, or how Marshawn Lynch went through with black police as a black man in Buffalo, New York, when he played for the Buffalo Bills, being harassed and messed with leaving the stadium, which has happened a lot of times. There are a lot of episodes like this. Driving while black, being black, despite that you play for said team, the harassment in reality. So now these players doing this Trump dance. What I think about it? Well, they can dance and do whatever you want. I think there's room for everybody to have their own political beliefs and their thoughts. If you don't want to stand for a racist anthem, you shouldn't have to. If you don't want to acknowledge a flag, you shouldn't have to. Oh yeah, I said what I said about the anthem because if you were to sing the actual verses, they leave out a fourth verse. People always used to always tell all the time, you're not doing it, you don't sing it correctly. Well, if we actually sung it correctly, you'd be very offended. So my thing is this: if you can do the Trump dance, you can do the Kaepernick knee. You can take a knee. There's room for both. He got white ball and ran out the league, but he is on the right side of history. That man got white ball out of the league. He should never have lost his job. I watched quarterbacks since he's departed from the league. He's still better than at least 6 to 12 that are backups, and at least better than about 4 or 5 that are starters. Okay. You see the tank jobs and the inability a lot of these guys that are doing with. And before someone mentioned age and said, well, you're too older to this, Andy Dalton's still playing. He's in Carolina. You gonna tell me that Kaepernick couldn't do better than Andy Dalton? You gonna tell me that he couldn't do the same thing that Joe Flacco, who's stinking with the Colts and got benched for a guy, and Anthony Richardson, who said he couldn't get enough sleep in the practice and everything was too hard? You gonna tell me that with a straight face? You gonna tell me that Kaepernick couldn't be playing for the 49ers right now? Because when Brock Purdy got hurt and their backups are real boo-boo. I can go on if you really want me to. I can really go on. There's a lot of bad quarterbacking out here. If Geno Smith can get a reprieve of her career, and Geno Smith was never the half of Colin Kaepernick. Kaepernick led a team to a Super Bowl. 49ers have had Jimmy Garoppolo and Brock Purdy, and they did not win. They came close, did not win. They tried to erase the history of Colin Kaepernick. I've seen the 49ers. That's why I have no respect for them. Maybe why they're kind of cursed right about now, if you think about it. So if you want to do that dinky Trump dance, then you can do the Kaepernick knee. I know you let Jay-Z tell you that we're past the kneeling, which we're not. That's why he got anointed to throw all the rappers on to don't talk about nothing about the social injustice and about the fact that we don't have any rappers today that talk about there's no black ownership in the NFL, which they only a token Magic Johnson is a piece of. And no black real GMs hardly, and the black head coaches and falling. But we don't talk about the common sense that for all these players out here playing, that they don't have anyone telling them what to do, or lack of a black commissioner, etc., etc. I'm gonna start making sense about it. But you can do that dinky Trump dance, but we should be able to have the Kaepernick knee if you choose to. That's a matter of your beliefs. And everybody don't think the same, but they want you to be on code to sell an agenda. And yet they have logos in those stands about ending racism, like just because you put it there, it's going to end. From George Floyd and everything that transpired, that's a victory for Colin Kaepernick. That's why people did boycott the NFL on code alone, because they can't deny the impact is there, and they can't deny that there's something that they try to cover up. The stench is still smelly. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share the video if you like, and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay real, stay woke, stay free. Don't compromise it. Tell it. They took everything else. Colin Kaepernick should still be playing, or at the very least have a blazer on somewhere. Because if Chris Sims can be an analyst and Tony Romo can be an analyst, Boom Esiason can be an analyst, I can name these guys. Kaepernick belongs with he should definitively. But that's what they won't talk about. They rather do that dinky dance. I'm out.